Welcome, heroes and civilians, to a Little Fish Super Big Hero 6 review, where for the next few weeks, I'll be reviewing all things Big Hero 6. Welcome back, heroes. Little Fish here, bringing you part 3 of my Super Big Hero 6 review. Today, we're going to be reviewing the movie, the soundtrack, and the Big Hero 6 My Busy Book. Now, this review doesn't seem like much. I'm not actually going to be reviewing the movie. Nonetheless, just take a quick look at the DVD box. I have the Blu-Ray DVD edition. They have all different kinds of pictures on the different boxes from all over the place. There are some where they have pictures of Hiro hugging Baymax. There are ones with Baymax, Hiro, and Tadashi. There are different ones with just Baymax on the cover, but this is the one that they sold by me. If you guys got a different edition or a different picture on your cover, let me know in the comments below. It's the same picture on the box. And these are all the pictures on the back. Simple and right to the point, and nothing too special about the DVD disc. They could have had something, maybe Baymax's face or one of those balloons from the sky around San Francisco, but I guess they kept it simple for a reason. It's basically the same thing for the DVD disc. Gray, blue, nothing special, but if it's going in your DVD or Blu-ray player, doesn't really need to be too special. Next, we will just take a quick look at the soundtrack. Now, they said that this was a limited edition version. I don't know what makes this a limited edition version aside from the fact that it wasn't sold for all that long. I was never able to find it in any stores and I had to order it online. But it doesn't seem like there are any bonus tracks as opposed to a regular soundtrack. So I'm not really sure what made this any different than a normal soundtrack. So this is the cover. And the back, everything is kind of tilted that way. There are 20 scores. There is the one Immortal song by Fall Out Boy. And we have Baymax. And a little tiny cartoony picture of Baymax. Like the DVD and Blu-ray, nothing too special about the disc. There is a vinyl record out there that I believe is even more limited edition than this. So that's a pretty cool collector's piece. I wasn't able to find that, and I'm not too big on collecting vinyls, but if you are a big Hero 6 collector, that might be something you want to add to your collection. This is the back of the insert booklet, all the characters, and I love this cast so much. They all have such individual personalities. Kind of wish that they had a little more to do, but it was just enough for each of them, and I hope that they get to expand on their characters a little bit more in the next film. And they have some really great pictures on the inside. It's just about the music. And it just says Baymax and Big Hero 6 in San Francisco. And those were the blimps that I was talking about. And move on to the Big Hero 6 My Busy Book. I found the My Busy Book Big Hero 6 edition at Barnes & Nobles, but I do know that they are sold at Walmart as well. There are a few other stores that do sell these busy books, but I've never actually found the Big Hero 6 one anywhere besides Barnes & Nobles. And the best part of these books are the 12 figures that are in the back. And every time I see these anywhere beyond Barnes & Nobles, the Walmarts actually were in pretty decent shape, but any other store I've ever seen these busy books in, the toys are always gone. And I definitely do not condone that. Never take the toys out of books. Never take the toys out of any packages, especially blind bags. That's just not cool, you guys. But nonetheless, this is the Big Hero 6 busy book, and it's really cool. It's got the whole cast on the front. It's for ages 4 and up because of the small figures. It's got Hiro on the bottom, Baymax on the side, and Honey Lemon on the top. And on the back, it just gives you a little insight as to what's on the inside. Again, for ages 3 and up. On the back, it reads, an engaging storybook and toy-in-one activity kit. My Busy Book offers full-page illustrations, a story, 12 figurines, and a playmat that brings the characters to life and ignite your child's imagination. It's got 4 settings that you could put the figures on, and they decided to put the characters in and out of their super suits. At Barnes & Noble's, this is usually under $10. When I saw different versions at Walmart, it was $13 and up, so Barnes & Noble's has a bit of a better deal, and I am very happy with it. So let's take a look inside. Technically, it's not too big a storybook. It basically just tells you about the characters, and it just has pictures of the characters, nothing too crazy. The pages kind of stick together a little bit, but they are made out of cardboard, and it's thick cardboard. And I like how they have both the CGI rendering and an animator's rendering. And unfortunately, Wasabi gets the last page, and he doesn't get a 2-page spread. And here is my favorite part of the Busy Book. Now, I have to admit that this Busy Book inspired a project that I am really looking forward to doing. But before I start on that project, I want to know your opinion. Do you think I should start the project, or do you think I should leave things alone? I will go over more of what my plans are after I show off the figures and the playmat, so stick around, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think. These are the 12 figures that were included. I have grouped them together, civilian outfits and hero outfits, because they have been inside the book for so long. The bases that they stand on are kind of warped, so they can't stand up on their own, but nonetheless, let's take a look at these figures. We'll start with Fred. The paint jobs on these are pretty simplistic, but even for tiny book figures, they are pretty detailed. So this is Fred. I'll put him up on the book. He's probably one of the only ones that can stand on his own. And this is Fred in his hero suit. And the Fredosaurus. Pretty cool. Go with Go-Go next. I like how they did add certain paint details like the pattern on her pants and in the hair. A lot of toys might forget to put that in. They even included what's on her wrist. And we'll go with Go-Go in her costume. The base is really bent up bad on this one, so she kind of tilts up in the middle and she tilts off to the side. So this one really does not stand up well. And again, paint job is pretty simplistic, but even still shows a lot of the major detail in her costume. Unfortunately, there was some yellow paint runoff into her hair. But that is Go-Go. Next we will go with Baymax. This reminds me a lot of that cup topper that was in review number 2, only this one doesn't have a lollipop. And again, like all the rest of these, no paint detail, or a lacking paint detail. It would have been nice if they had added the gray to his sides, but it seems they opted not to. This figure is actually pretty heavy. The plastic that he's made out of is not hollow in the middle, it is completely solid on the inside, so it gives him some weight. And just in case anybody was curious what the Baymax cup topper looked like compared to the My Busy Book Baymax. And this is Baymax 2.0. This one has more of a paint job because they did add the purple spots. Not really sure why they have his head off to the side like that, but I guess that's his hero pose. Don't know why, but this figure kind of reminds me of a ladybug. Huh, weird. Next we will do Hero. And Hero in his super suit. Again, for some reason, they like to make his hair more of a brownish color. And it looks like the paint from his helmet ran into his hair, but that's not too bad. Then we'll do Honey. Got a little bit of extra plastic on her leg. Probably can file that down. And her super suit. Again, it would have been nice if they added a little paint to the ball in her hand so you could see it. Though they did add paint to her fingers, which kind of helps show that she's holding something. And if you can see it, they did add the bear detail to her bag. It's pretty nice, the detailing on these figures. It would just be a lot better if they actually painted them so that you could see all the detail much better. And lastly, Wasabi. You could have done a little bit better of a job with the paint on his hair, but otherwise, very nice sculpt. And we have Wasabi in his uniform. For some reason, on camera, he's coming up as this crazy lime green, almost neon green color. He is a light green color in person, but it's definitely not quite as bright. Paint on his sash is coming through from his pants, and again, like everything else, the paint job is pretty bad, but the sculpt, again, whoever sculpted these did an amazing job. And that is Wasabi. So next we are going to move on to the playmat that comes with the figures. The playmat is a lot larger than I was expecting, so it doesn't fit on the table, so I had to spread it out on the floor. It gives you 4 different settings that the characters can interact with, or your children or you can interact with. So we'll start with, they have one of the university, or as Hiro likes to call it, the nerd school. We have another of Aunt Cass's shop. I'm sorry for the glare, the light is right on top of me. Then we have San Francisco at night with the cable car. And then we have Hiro's room, which is a big mess. Something I really love about these, aside from the fact that they are just like art book renderings as opposed to the CG, what they actually used in the movies, is all the detail. They could have made it very plain and simple, but there is so much to look at in all of these pictures. Try not to get photos of my feet as I do this. I mean, even Hiro's room, it's like amazing to look at all the different things that's on his floor, on his shelves, underneath his desk. And San Francisco, all the different buildings, all the detail, it's just fantastic. For a kid's playmat, this is really awesome. So I'm gonna go grab some of the figures and we can see what they are like on the mat. Okay, gotta admit, putting all those figures on the playmat was actually a lot of fun. The figures are not to scale with some of the backgrounds, but a lot of them look really awesome in the backgrounds. So they actually look like they are part of the picture. Maybe not so much this one, but the rest of them, pretty good. And this is the playmat and the My Busy Book figures. And now onto my project proposal. I was kind of inspired to start my own Big Hero 6 story time, where with all the figures that I have collected and will be collecting and have yet to collect, I would like to make my own Big Hero 6 stories. And what do you guys think? Do you think I should start doing some Big Hero 6 stories? I have a whole bunch of other figures to review, so it's not just going to be these minifigures. There's one story in particular that I am super excited to tell. In the comments below, do you think I should start the stories? I might start off on this one story and see how it goes, because again, I am super excited to tell these stories. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think of these toys. Do you like the Busy Book? Do you own any of the other Busy Books? Did you like the mat? What other backgrounds do you think they could have used? Are there other characters you think they should have included in the Busy Book? If I had to add characters to the Busy Book, I think I would have chosen Mochi and Tadashi. Maybe Yokai, but I think I'd be just happy with Tadashi. Do you guys own the movie on DVD, Blu-ray, or even 3D? Do you own the soundtrack? Do you own the vinyl version of the soundtrack? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Tumblr. And until next time, heroes! Next time on Little Fish Super Big Hero 6 review...